Hello, welcome to Accounting 4410. This is the Advanced Accounting course. It's the advanced course, so remember the topics that you learned in previous courses from intermediate are considered information that you should already know. That's why the textbook doesn't cover everything from the beginning. So if you need to refresh your memory on certain topics, that's probably a good approach to take. If we're talking about a subject such as depreciation, if you have an old book, or if you want to use Accounting Coach as an example of a website that goes back and just refresh depreciation from the beginning, spend 15 minutes reviewing it, that might really make it a lot easier to learn the more advanced topics. Now, assuming you understand everything you need to know, let's look at the course. So I'm just going to go into the modules. So now in the we have the getting started, and then we have module 1 showing at this time. Other modules will show when you need them. So let's look at the assignment summary. So the assignment summary just kind of gives you an overview of what's due and when it's due each week. As you'll see, every week is pretty consistent. You have a Wednesday assignment, and then you have problems that are due on Friday. I'm not sure why they made them due on Friday, but they did. And if you don't have any other assignments that are due, then what I'll do is open up the next module for you so that you can get started on that. Starting in module 3, you do have a Sunday assignment, so I'll leave module 4 shut until after Sunday since you still have work to do. But let's look at this information, because this course, the problems are very long and very complicated, and can quickly kind of be scary looking. But I just want you to understand that you can easily pass a course if you just manage your time wisely and kind of have a strategy. And one of the strategies is to take the easy points when you can, and that means discussion questions and engagement points. So each week you'll have some discussion questions on a discussion board. These are, assigned kind of like assignment problems, and they're for you to discuss with the other students. I don't really go in there and monitor the questions. If you have a question for me, you should go to the Ask Eric area. Hold on a second, let me pull that area up real quick. So looking at start here, there's an Ask Eric area. So if you ever have a question that you want to ask me directly, don't just put it in a discussion board somewhere. I may or may not see it depending on how much activity. It could get kind of lost in the shuffle. So use that area, or email me. Actually, email is usually the fastest way to get a response. So looking in module 1, the discussion question, they assign from the chapter the understanding the issues. There's 5 of them here. This is I'm not looking for you to be correct or necessarily correct here. I'm looking for attempts and discussions between other students. So this is your chance to talk about this stuff with other students. Just do the work yourself. You can read and review and talk to other students in the discussion board. Just make sure that the work is your own in the end. I'm not going to go into the engagement area just because I want you to know that this could be different depending on the module you're in. So just make sure you review the engagements for each week and you understand what I'm looking for. Engagement is like participation points. So going back to the assignment overview, we see you can get 30 points just from the discussion questions, attempting them all. If you don't attempt them all, you won't get full credit. If you attempt them all, that's fine, and they're due on Wednesday, and they got to be done by Wednesday. That's the rules of the department. And the engagement is 15 points. And then you have the biggest challenge is your problems. So these problems are only worth 15, sometimes 20 points, but there's a lot of work to do for these. A lot of work for those 15 points. So what you'll see is I have templates there, first of all, to help you. So if you go into the module for the problems, you'll see, actually I don't have the template put in here yet, but you'll see a template available in the problem area. oh, actually, yeah, this is where you would see the template. And then here's where you submit the assignment. Make sure you use the templates since they are required. They also have check figures and other tips and hints. Not a lot, but a few from time to time to kind of help you with the assignment. And it also provides all the details from the problem itself, so you don't have to start from scratch. Going back to the module, what you do, let's go back to the assignment summary. So where was I? Oh yeah, the problems. They're long, they're big, they're scary, but there's a bright side to this. So what is the bright side of this whole thing? And that is these problems are only worth 15 points. Then you have these comprehensives that are worth 125 points, and they're only one problem. They're much shorter. So the way I explain to students is to think of the problems each week as practice. Don't worry about if you get every little detail right or whatever. Just practice it. You'll get your results. You'll get the results back with feedback on it. You kind of learn from the problems throughout the 3 weeks, and then when you go to do your comprehensive problem, just make sure that you complete that. Even if you don't get it all the way correct, just get it completed. Hopefully, if you did the entire thing, then you're going to do well on that. And those comprehensive points are going to really get you through. So you're basically getting, getting your easy points through your discussion questions, your engagement. You're getting your a huge number of your points from comprehensive, since there's only one problem. It's not near as long as your you'll see that these regular problems are way longer to deal with in the comprehensive. I don't know why they call them that. That's how it was set up. But anyhow, focus on getting that, and then just use these problems as practice and learning and getting feedback. And don't worry if you don't get all 15 points. Even if you don't get many of the points, if you just continue plugging away at those, and then get the majority of your points on the comprehensive side. And there's no test. That's another bright side of this whole thing. Is there's no exams. It's just the same throughout the entire 8 modules. There's 5 comprehensives, and you can tell that they're worth a great deal of points. 5 times 125 is over 600 points. So out of 1,000. So that's where you can really succeed in the course, getting your easy discussion and engagement points and doing well in your comprehensives. And then don't let the long multiple problems from each week cause you too much stress. All right, so welcome to the class, and I'll be interacting with you through the discussion boards.